All right, what's going on, guys? Trev back again, here to bring you another video. This one's going to be doing a video for Fear the Walking Dead, leading up to the start for Fear the Walking Dead Season 5. In this one, we're going to go through all the new details that have been released this week for Fear, including Morgan's new mission. Alright, good stuff. So we got some new details this week for Fear the Walking Dead. I guess we'll give our thoughts first on some of the new casting mentions that have been made this week. Apparently Charlie, or Alexa Nisensen, has been upped to a series regular for Season 5. So that means that we're probably going to see more of Charlie in Fear the Walking Dead Season 5, which I kind of expected to see anyway, so it's kind of like whatever. And whichever characters are season regulars, it's kind of like, does it mean something? Well, it just means you probably see more of them. And even that you can't read into too much, because sometimes characters are season regulars and they get killed off. Such was the case with T-Dog and certain characters like that. So there's something. If you like Charlie, you're going to get to see more of her. If you hated her, well, sorry to be the bearer of bad news. The next one is for Karen David, who's been cast for Fear the Walking Dead as well, Season 5. So she's from Once Upon a Time. I don't know. I'm not into those type of that stuff, right? It's what it is. She's added. You can Google her if you want to see her. Karen David. Okay, so she's been added. So the other part is surrounding Morgan and the description for the season, which I think is actually, pretty good, because then it gives us some idea. Because with Fear, I mean, we really have no idea what they're going to do. At least with the original Walking Dead series, we have the comics we can look at. We have some idea of where they're going to go with the next season. But with Fear the Walking Dead, it's a blank slate. We have really no idea what they're going to do. So it says, the official synopsis for Fear the Walking Dead Season 5 has been revealed, and it confirms that Morgan Jones, Lennie James, has a new mission. To recap, with many of the original Fear characters now dead, including, spoiler warning, Madison, played by Dickens, the series has now placed The Walking Dead's Morgan as the new group leader. Heading into Season 5 of Fear the Walking Dead, the group's mission is clear. Locate survivors and help make what's left of the world a slightly better place. The official synopsis for the 5th season read via comicbook.com. With dogged determination, Morgan Jones leads the group with a philosophy rooted in benevolence, community, and hope. It continued, each character believes that helping others will allow them to make up for the wrongs of their pasts. But trust won't be easily earned. Their mission of helping others will be put to the ultimate test when our group finds themselves in uncharted territory, one which will force them to face not just their pasts, but also their fears. It is only through facing those fears that the group will discover an entirely new way to live, one that will leave them forever changed. So that's the description for Season 5. So, I mean, I think that we mostly were set up for that at the end of Fear the Walking Dead Season 4. And it's kind of crazy that Season 5 is coming up pretty soon already, because I do feel like Fear the Walking Dead kind of just ended. With Season 4. Like, I remember the ending of Season 4 just yesterday. Because, of course, we had The Walking Dead come through, so that's kept us more than preoccupied. It's not like we were dying to see the next season of Fear, but it's coming. And it should be here, I don't know, pretty soon after The Walking Dead ends, maybe shortly after that, or maybe they'll try to avoid Game of Thrones, so that's possible too. We'll see what they decide to do with that this year. Once we get to see the trailer and we get to see the release date, we'll know more. So it goes into Coleman Domingo, who plays Victor Strand, Alicia Debnam Carey, Alicia Clark, will reprise their roles in the new season, and their characters will be joined by newcomers Charlie, Alexa Nisensen, John Dory, Gary Dillahunt, Al, Maggie Grace, and Naomi, which is Jenna Elfman, or June, right? I guess they used the earlier name. So there's that. Then this season we'll also see another Walking Dead regular make the jump to the spin-off show as Dwight Austin Emilio joins the series in Fear's 5th season, where he will cross paths with Morgan Jones. So that's pretty cool, man. So yes, also the can't forget that Dwight is going to be crossing over to Fear the Walking Dead, which I think is probably the biggest news or the biggest thing for Fear this season is that we're going to get to see him cross over from the original Walking Dead into Fear. And I think he was on an episode of Ride with Norman Reedus, which they've done, I really got to say, because I haven't seen any of these episodes yet, but I keep mentioning them, so I should probably watch these soon. Ride with Norman Reedus, actually, this season is pretty respectable in terms of the characters that they've had on, or the people they've had on, and their characters. I mean, they've had on Andrew Lincoln, right? They've had on JDM. They've had on Austin Emilio, Melissa McBride. So you've got like a lot of Stephen Yeun, I think, was on one too. That's legit, man. That's pretty cool. I'm happy that they've kind of used that show sort of as additional Walking Dead content to get to see full episodes of behind-the-scenes stuff with people that matter to the viewers. That's very smart. So I'm happy for that. Austin Emilio was in one of those recently, and so you can watch that if you want to see more about what's been going on with him and some behind-the-scenes of his life and stuff like that. So that's pretty cool. So I am excited to see Dwight cross over into Fear, and I think it is a good thing for Fear. Some people are really upset about it, but to be honest, it's better than if they killed him off, and it's better than if we never got to see him again in The Walking Dead or anything else, right? It's good to have the character come back, and hopefully we get to find out about Sherry, what her fate was in the TV series version, and just get to connect some of these dots here. But for the season description, I mean, it's pretty much what we expected after the season 4 finale. They're going to be a group of good guys. As such, they're going to go around and try to help people. They're going to add to their ranks. They're going to add to their numbers, and they're going to try to build. But when they do so, obviously, not everybody who they assimilate is going to be a good person. Not everybody is going to be what they seem to be. So, as they have people come in, or as they go out and search for people, they're not going to find all good people. And actually, that many years into the zombie apocalypse, most of the people they do find would probably be not good people. So finding good people would probably actually be pretty difficult to do, considering a lot of the good people wouldn't do things they would need to do in order to survive. Whereas the evil people, I mean, look at Alpha, for example, from The Walking Dead. You know, she is like tailor made for the zombie apocalypse, right? She'll cut people's heads off, do whatever she needs to do. She was beating her daughter before it was, before it was a zombie apocalypse terror. I mean, she was a nasty person just in regular life, we get the idea of, even before the whole thing went down, and then that just made it worse. So we'll see who they run into this season in Fear. It sounds good, and I love that they're adding to the cast of Fear because they definitely need it, and it's going to be cool to see Dwight and Morgan in the same series again. And also, it makes it even more special because those original Walking Dead survivors are so rare, and we'll have to see what they do with the movies with Andrew Lincoln. Morgan is literally, I want to say, because he's in the premiere episode, right, of the series. So he's like the other longest running survivor in the whole show in terms of coming in at the very beginning. He was gone for a while, then he came back eventually in season 5, right? Season 6 really full on. But so this is going to be great to see more time with Morgan, and Fear has a lot going for it to have him, as the original Walking Dead series has been so, I want to say, weakened by losing so many of their OG, or losing several number of their A-list OG, characters there. At least Fear has Morgan and some of the others here that do feel OG. You know, if you look at Alicia and Strand, and even Dwight as well too, it's not too bad, considering where the original Walking Dead series is at right now, and what Fear's got. It's like the original Walking Dead series still has more of those OG survivors, but it's like Fear is not that shy either. Like, they've got, now that you've added a bit to them, you had to take a couple from the original and give it to Fear. It's still, it doesn't feel so bad now, I think, after season 4 going into season 5 as it did earlier, because the original Walking Dead is actually pretty slim in terms of their OG survivors too right now. So if you think about it. So that's it for the new little details for Fear the Walking Dead. Of course, we got a new episode of The Walking Dead tonight, the original Walking Dead. So looking forward to that. Review will be posted for you guys right after the episode airs. Damn daylight savings time. Stole a freaking hour. I want my hour back, bastard. The hour thief, right? At it again. I'll see him in the fall. Get my hour back, right? So that's it for this one, guys. Leave your comments below. Let me know how you're feeling about Fear. If you liked it, like it. If you want to subscribe. If you want a Patreon, you can Patreon. And otherwise, we'll see you back again tonight for the review for episode 13 of The Walking Dead. It's Travis saying peace. Later, guys. Have a good day. I'll see you soon.